back to my channel, and today I'm going to be telling you guys on traveling to Germany, the do's and the don'ts. So here I have a few points written down, and I'm just going to tell you, living in a foreign country is fun. It is very fun, but you need to know every country has its own social rules, and you can land yourself in some embarrassing situation if you're planning on coming to Germany. I will tell you what and what not to do in the German society, so please observe everything I'm trying to tell you, and let's get to the point. Firstly, Germany is a very cold country in the winter. Germany is extremely cold in the winter, so when coming, you need to be sure to pack some really warm things that will keep you warm. And the first thing you should get is some woolen underwear, a cap, gloves, muffler. Is that all I have here? Yeah, it's always cold in the months between October all the way to April, so you need to be sure you have things to protect yourself until it's springtime. And even in the spring, it's also cold. Let me just tell you the real tea, girl. In summer, bitch, it is also cold. So the next point, meetings. Always make sure you arrive on time. Always make sure. The first thing you need to know is Germans are extremely particular on timing. You have to maintain the time you're given. For example, if you have an appointment right at 10:30 a.m. and you get to your appointment at 10:31 a.m., it's like, girl, what are you doing here? It's like, what do you want? It gives you a bad name to the German people. They look at it like you're very unserious. But if you have an appointment at 9:30 a.m. and you get to your appointment at 9 o'clock, you need to wait till your appointed time. If you have an appointment with your doctor, it's mostly doctors, and the doctor is seeing you eye to eye, and you're there at 9 a.m. and your appointment is at 9:30 a.m., girl, he is not going to attend to you until it's 9:30 a.m. So Germans are very particular about maintaining time. They are very punctual people. So if you have an appointment with any German corporation in and outside of Europe, you need to know to always maintain your time. Another point is visiting German people. Always remember that when you go to visit a German family, to shake hands. Shaking hands, it's a way of, just exchanging greetings. And an ideal gift to give to a German family would be a bottle of wine and some flowers. Be sure to remember that giving a woman a bunch of flowers doesn't mean you have an intimate relationship with her, but it just signifies a way of friendship. But if you give a single rose to a woman, it obviously implies you have something with this woman. And another point I have is transportation. Transportation in Germany is okay. We have bus, trains, anything. Ships, girl. We literally have anything here. So you can get to anywhere you want with the bus or the train or the tram. And the tram is the little train that uses electricity that moves in the street. So a metro, I think that's what you can call it. I don't know what you guys call it over there, but we call it a tram here. And you have to pay. You can pay for a ride with the bus. That's like €2.10. In Hamburg is €2. Where I stay is €2.10. I don't know how much it would be in other cities, but where I stay is €2.10. And then you can buy a monthly ticket or a weekly ticket or a ticket for 6 trips. So either way, and you can buy a ticket with the train as well. They have loyalty cards. So whatever decision you choose to make on that it's okay. You can literally get anywhere you want in Germany with the means of transportation. Your car, your train, your car, the train, a taxi or a bus, anything you want. And then another point I have is use titles properly. You have to address people properly. Whatever title they want you to use, you have to use them. Do not address them on what society has told you to address them as. Always address them as what they want you to address them as. Germans are very particular about that. Do not mistitle or misgender anybody. Another point is to be talkative. Germans do not appreciate small, unproductive talks. They don't like that. So you have to be ready to know a lot of things on politics, the economy in the EU, that's the European Union, and philosophy. They want to talk and express their mind, feelings. They want to express something, girl. They want to express themselves to you. So you have to be, there are 3 things I'm going to tell you, right? You have to be precise. You have to express yourself clearly. I'm going to explain precise. You have to express yourself clearly, and you have to be very formal. But precise means if you're going to come through and say something, you better have facts to back it up. It's just like you buying something from a store. Let's say I bought this and I want to return it back to the store. Obviously I need to take my receipts back to the store and tell them, hey girl, so I want to change this. And then obviously the cashier or whosoever is there is going to tell you, where are your receipts, or that's the only way I can change it for you. So if you're talking to German people, you need receipts. They need date, time, and everything you're saying. You need to have facts to back it up. Be very factual when talking to them. Don't come through saying, oh girl, I heard somebody. No, they don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear what you heard. They want to hear something. So express yourself clearly. When talking, do not, what's the word I want to use? Express yourself clearly. Do not be, what's this angst of English? You must not have angst. But I don't know what angst means in English, but
angst of English.
But you have to express yourself clearly. Do not be anxious and do not be scared, and yeah, and then be very formal. Just come through, say what you have to say, and boom, go out. Do not just no, just be very formal with them. And then another thing is eating. When eating in Germany, you have your fork here and your knife here, and you mumble, and then we use spoons over here to drink soup. And I don't really eat German food. I'm Nigerian. I eat African food, so yeah. The last and final point I have is about education. Before coming to Germany, you need to have a little idea of German, because the German people have an idea of English, so it would not be fair if you come through and you don't know nothing. So I would advise that you take your, if you plan on coming to stay here for a long time, maybe a year or 2, I would advise that you take the German courses in your country. And you have to start from the A1 and the A2 and the B1 and the B2 and the C1 and the C2. You have to do all of that in your country. It's going to be way easier for you to do it in your country than to come over here and do it. It was hard for me, but I finished everything. It was hard for me because I had to come here and do every single thing. And it's easier when you're in your country because they speak English to you, and then they explain it to you in your country's language, which obviously is your mother tongue. So it was hard for me because I had to come here fresh and learn German, and it was so hard because your teachers, they speak English, but they're not going to explain to you in English. They might explain once or twice, but then again, they want you to grasp the German easily. And the A1 and the A2 are pretty simple. They're not so hard. They're like basic German. A1 and A2 are basic German. These are Germans, these are the ones you use to communicate with like the bus driver, at the store, at your school, just little things. And then the B1 and the B2 are the ones you use to go to the university, to talk to people at the bank, to just have a very, like, any corporate building or any corporate office or any corporate person. You can use your B1 and your B2, and you're more likely to get a job with your B1 and your B2. So that's all I have for you guys now, and if I have more points, I will be sure to come back and tell you guys. Until next time, you guys, bye.